Good evening, I'm Jeff Hastings. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, Edmonton musicians rebuilding their lives after losing almost everything in a Christmas Day fire. A dangerous person alert reaches eastern Alberta after a deadly Saskatchewan shooting. And Phase 1 nearly done. How soon snow clearing crews could turn their attention to residential roads.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Jeff Hastings.
An Edmonton couple is restarting their lives after a Christmas Day house fire. The couple say they're thankful for community support. And as Miriam Valdez-Carletti reports, they're looking forward to sharing their music with the city this New Year's Eve.
Robin Wyspinski and her partner Cameron Stav were performing on Christmas Day in Nisku when their phone wouldn't stop ringing.
And then we ignored it, and then I get a text saying, "Your house is on fire, Robin. Please call me back."
Wyspinski and Stav rushed to their home in Keswick to find fire crews battling the fire and heavy smoke billowing from the roof. The couple say all they know right now is that it started in the attic.
The whole top floor is just, there's nothing left, and then it's caving into the main floor and the basement. So because the structure is so unsafe, we've been told we can't enter.
Together, they're part of the Robin Ashley Band. They've been performing at community events and working on an album release in 2026. The couple and their 3 kids are staying with Wyspinski's parents until they find a temporary home. In the meantime, they're rebuilding their life from scratch.
We went to take a shower that night and realized that we don't have anything to put on after we get out of the shower, so that was, a little bit of a shock.
Everyone's been so supportive, and we've had friends lend us clothes and stuff like that.
What items in their home are salvageable is unclear, but they are hoping to recover items with sentimental value.
I'm really hoping that my guitars survived the fire and the water.
I just have letters from my grandfather who passed in 2018, and I think for me those are the things that I just hope are okay.
A GoFundMe page for the couple has raised more than $17,000.
Some of the money that was supported or given to us right after the incident literally was used at Costco.
They're looking forward to a fresh start in the new year, including performing at Churchill Square on New Year's Eve.
It will be a really good distraction just to enjoy some music and some fun and community, which is, a way that we can, give back music to people who've been supporting us.
They perform at 6:35 p.m. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
Mounties are searching for 2 people described as armed and dangerous after a shooting on a First Nation about 4 hours from Edmonton.
All day, Saskatchewan RCMP police officers have been actively searching for the 2 suspects. Officers are, as well, investigating the scene and interviewing witnesses to determine whether the shooting is random or targeted.
Saskatchewan RCMP say officers responded to reports of a shooting this morning on Big Island Lake Creek Nation near the Alberta border. Officers found 1 person dead and 3 people injured. They say the suspects were last seen on an ATV. A dangerous person alert has been issued for an area stretching from Meadow Lake to Bonnyville. 3 people are facing drug charges after a bust at a West Edmonton home. In late November, police searched a house near 214th Street and 49th Avenue. EPS says officers found more than 600 grams of cocaine, 89,000 contraband cigarettes, a loaded handgun, and about $34,000 in cash. Police also seized 2 cars. 3 men between the ages of 18 and 22 were inside the home at the time of the search. They've been arrested. The union representing Mounties is shooting down the Alberta Next panel's recommendations to ditch the RCMP and go ahead with an Alberta police service. As Nicole Lampa explains, it's a familiar dispute that disappeared a few years ago, but this time may not go away.
The National Police Federation has issues with the Alberta Next panel's recommendations to end the province's contract with the RCMP in 2032 and replace it with a provincial police force.
It's basically recycling sensitive and outdated claims to revive a policing proposal that Albertans have already rejected.
The panel, led by Premier Danielle Smith, says a provincial referendum on the topic is inappropriate, saying only 20% of Albertans are served by the RCMP. The Alberta RCMP says that figure is 40%. The RCMP's union says it held its own province-wide town halls 4 years ago in a campaign called Keep Alberta RCMP to counter the 2020 Fair Deal panel, which was the original form of the Alberta Next panel.
That despite the fact that the RCMP has been in place for 4 years, they continue to refuse to change. 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 They continue to ref there being a clear lack of interest in this from the people that actually foot the bill, the taxpayer, the province continues to kind of trudge down this road come hell or high water.
The press secretary of Alberta's public safety minister says it's reviewing the recommendations and adds once fully operational, the Alberta Sheriff's Police Service will help fill gaps and the government will give municipalities more options for local policing. A local criminologist points to the new Grand Prairie Police Service as a potential blueprint for other towns to consider, and is perhaps a reason why a provincial police force may seem more palatable now.
And maybe this is the time where the RCMP needs to start to look at more federal and that type of thing, more like the FBI, and every province could go to a provincial police agency.
CTV's public safety analyst says the RCMP's union has little say if the UCP go ahead with a provincial police service.
The bottom line is if the province makes the decision to go a different route, then that's something that's going to happen.
The union says it's not giving up. Nicole Lampa, CTV News, Edmonton.
Plows and graders in Edmonton will be heading into neighborhoods in the new year once the priority roads are cleared. CTV's Evan Kenny has more on what's next for city streets.
Noon on December 31st, the Phase 1 parking ban will end.
As 2025 comes to a close, so is the current Phase 1 parking ban. Soon, a new group of Edmontonians will have to move their cars from city streets. How soon is still up in the air.
We are not calling a Phase 2 ban at this time, but we will be addressing the priority areas, and after that we'll be going into residentials.
The city says clearing arterial and collector roads, business improvement areas, and bus routes has taken longer than expected due to the repeat snowfalls.
So if we keep getting snowfalls, it's a circular pattern of we have to go back to get those primaries cleared, and it just prevents us from getting farther down the priority list.
72 centimeters of snow has fallen since the start of November. That's nearly double of what had fallen by this time last year, and about 3/4 of last year's total snowfall.
We have been working pretty much constantly for the last 20 days.
The city says 80 to 100 snow clearing vehicles are working at any given time. Some windrows, including those in business improvement areas and ones blocking sightlines in school zones and center stacks, will be removed in the new year. Then, the Phase 2 parking ban will begin for residential roads.
Once the residential ban is called, it will take up to 14 days to clear from residential areas.
People who don't move their cars could be fined $250, towed, or snowed in. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
A hockey tournament that supports kids fighting cancer is wrapping up its second year and surpassing its fundraising goal. Ben's Cup is named after Oilers superfan Ben Stelter. His Memorial Foundation is raising money for an advanced cancer radiation treatment facility. The tournament grew this year from 36 teams to 56 teams. The players are asked to take on a fundraising challenge to take part in the tournament. They raised more than $1 million, crushing the fundraising goal of $750,000.
A lot of door-to-door fundraising, knocking on doors, bottle drives like crazy. They put the effort in big time this year, and it paid off. There's a lot of smiles on the kids' faces, a lot of kids running around saying this is the best tournament they've been in. They're loving the swag from it and the fundraising amount that we've raised this year.
Money from the tournament, including a silent auction, will go towards building a $150 million proton beam therapy center in Edmonton. Kaylin Mitchell is filling in for Josh today and joins us now with an early look at weather. Kaylin.
Thank you, Jeff. As always, it's my pleasure to help out with a little bit of weather coverage here while Josh is off. Of course, today in around the city and especially areas to the north and northwest, we did have a little bit of a slick mix with some snow and some freezing rain, especially icy. Again, to the north and northwest of Edmonton, where we did have freezing rain warnings in effect for much of the day. And that was because a little bit of a weak low pressure system developing just on the lee side there of the Rocky Mountains. Now that low is going to continue to drift towards the south and east of Edmonton as we make our way through this evening and tonight, but as it passes by, there is still a chance of some flurries, a little bit of light freezing rain in and around the city area. So taking a look then at our forecast over the next 24 hours, we can see that temperatures for this evening and tonight remaining below the freezing mark. The chance for flurry, risk of a little bit of light freezing rain comes to an end this evening, and then during the overnight, some fog patches expected as the low temperature heads down towards around -8, and that'll be the temperature that we start off the day for tomorrow. Now, it remains cloudy cloudy through the day on Wednesday, even though the fog will be dissipating in the morning. The high temperature will be around -5, and beginning around the mid to late afternoon hours and extending into the evening, there'll be about a 30% chance of a flurry, but much like today, along with that flurry, there is a risk of a little bit of patchy, light freezing rain with it. Winds expected to be relatively light over the next 24 hours or so. We do have some colder air headed our way this week. We've got a couple more days where it looks like we'll see some periods of lighter snow, and I'll have the details of that when I'm back just a little bit later on.
Sounds great. Thanks, Kalen. Coming up next, Edmonton's mayor starts the new year marking a partnership in China.
We have to change the foundation of our city and recognize that part of our job is to make sure we're getting out there in the world.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law. Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Edmonton's mayor will begin the new year with an international trip to one of Edmonton's sister cities. Andrew Knack will attend the Harbin Snow and Ice Festival in China to mark the 40th anniversary of the Edmonton-Harbin Partnership. It's the first time a mayor has visited Edmonton's Chinese sister city in 10 years.
We talked a lot about this through our budgets over the last many years about how we have to change the dynamic of our city, how we have to change the foundation of our city, and recognize that part of our job is to make sure we're getting out there in the world, bringing back new investment, bringing back new tourism opportunities, and continuing to grow our city.
Knack heads to China Saturday. The city of Harbin is covering much of the expenses. Knack's office says the cost of flights for the mayor and one staff member is around $4,800. It's been a busy year at City Hall, from outbursts over infill and summer vacations to deals for downtown, road construction, and an election like Edmonton has never seen. Our City Hall reporter Jeremy Thompson has more.
It still feels a little surreal.
Andrew Knack is still settling into the mayor's office. Little more than a year ago, he thought his time in politics was over. But in October, he beat out a field of strong competitors on a shoestring campaign budget.
At the end of the day, we'll have likely raised about $250,000, which is incredibly low for a mayoral campaign.
Compare that to $850,000 Tim Cartmel and his Better Edmonton party had raised by midsummer. City Council has 4 new members who helped pass a 6.9% tax increase for 2026. Mayor Knack says the new group is eager to work on issues they heard about from voters, looking for quick wins on safety, affordability, and adapting to population growth next year on the back of a new budget process Knack himself pushed for.
So my expectation is you'll see lower increases than what you saw in the last 4-year budget, but enough of an investment that it still allows us to invest in the public services people expect.
One major decision at City Hall this year was approving a new $250 million event park for Ice District as part of a deal with the province to extend a special tax program downtown. Knack did not support the deal that was touted as an economic investment, but says the city's economy is a top priority.
We have all of these groups that are doing great work, but I don't think we have anyone shepherding it.
Drivers reached new heights of construction fatigue in 2025, experiencing snarls all over the city.
It certainly felt like the last 2-3 years it's been moved beyond an inconvenience and actually has genuinely started impacting people's quality of life.
The mayor believes 2026 will be a bit better as the city applies a new approach it tested with LRT construction this year, fully closing some intersections to speed up the work.
Of those 8 intersections, 7 of them opened ahead of schedule. The other one on time.
Perhaps the most memorable moment from City Hall this year came at the tail end of a marathon public hearing on infill in July. Emotions boiled over for Councillor Sarah Hamilton when it became clear the meeting would need to extend into Council's scheduled summer break.
I've been able to adjust my schedule for the most part. I will have to step away.
Point of order. That was so rude, Mr. Mayor. That was so f***ing rude. F*** you, Joanne Wright. F*** you.
I want our council meetings to be boring. I want them to be respectful, and I want people to see action from them. So I don't want to see a moment like that ever again.
2026 will bring new problems to solve, but the mayor is also looking forward to ribbon cuttings for some major city projects. The Coronation Velodrome and Rec Centre opens in January, and after 3 years, Horlack Park is set to reopen this winter. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
Still to come, a skating club in a southern Alberta town finds a unique way to celebrate its volunteers.
It's funny, it's a little bit cheeky, and we have these really handsome guys.
These guys are really, honestly, just some pretty big adrenaline junkies. That's probably the best way to explain it.
Some of the world's best extreme snowboarders and skiers will be competing at a free event in Calgary this weekend. The annual Snow Rodeo runs Thursday to Saturday at Canada Olympic Park. The halfpipe competitions could help some athletes qualify for the upcoming Winter Olympics. And Kaylin's back now with another look at the weather. Kaylin.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. So we had a weak low pressure system develop and move just to the south of the city for today. On the northern side of that weather system around Edmonton and areas towards the north and up towards Grand Prairie, there was this mixture of some snow and some freezing rain, and even some freezing rain warnings that were in effect for some areas. And that situation is improving as we make our way through this evening. But still, you do want to be careful about some slick surfaces when we have that type of icy weather present as we move through tonight into the start of the day for tomorrow. Speaking of moving through tonight, by around midnight tonight, we've got colder temperatures in the northernmost areas of the province, well down to the minus teens. For some communities, down closer towards the minus 20s. Edmonton down to around minus 6 by midnight. Red Deer down to around minus 7. Calgary will be near 0. The Lethbridge might be holding on to a temperature near plus 2. There will be some slightly milder temperatures in the southwestern corner of Alberta for both tonight as well as for tomorrow. Taking a look at our futurecast for cloud cover and precipitation. Here is what's left of that lighter mixture of snow and freezing rain that was passing by and to the north of the city for tonight. Now, for the start of the day for tomorrow, we begin with some colder temperatures and fog that'll be dissipating as we move from the morning into the afternoon. Remains cloudy through the day, but then as we head towards the late afternoon and Wednesday evening and Wednesday night, another mixture of some snow, maybe a little bit of light freezing rain develops. And this will give us that 30% chance of a flurry or a little bit of light freezing rain for Edmonton. Again, tomorrow, mid to late afternoon, but extending into the evening hours. That then passes by, moving into areas Saskatchewan and Manitoba. But another weather front will develop over the Rocky Mountains and move into place for Thursday for the city. And that'll be New Year's Day, of course. And that's expected to bring some periods of lighter snow or flurries throughout the day. Could end up with some snowfall amounts on Thursday of around 1 to 4 centimeters, with some similar snowfall amounts possible on Friday and on Saturday. Here's a look at the morning temperatures around the province. So coldest in northern areas of Alberta, well down to the minus teens. High level could be around minus 21. Looking at starting the day at around minus 8 for Edmonton, minus 11 for Red Deer, minus 2 for Calgary, minus 7 at Medicine Hat. For tomorrow's afternoon, high temperatures in the northern part of the province. We've got minus 19 at high level, minus 18 at Fort McMurray. Edmonton for tomorrow with an afternoon temperature of around minus 4. Same thing goes for Whitecourt. And then we do have sort of like a little mini Chinook, not a full-on Chinook, but a little mini Chinook situation for tomorrow in the southwest of the province. So Calgary gets up to plus 4 in the afternoon with the winds coming in over the southern mountain foothills, and Lethbridge gets up to around 6 degrees. It does remain colder though at Coronation around minus 7 and Medicine Hat at around minus 1. In the 5-day forecast here for Edmonton, so there's the periods of flurries or lighter snow coming up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Maybe around 1 to 4 centimeters of snow possible on each of those days. Temperatures getting colder as we move towards the end of this week and the upcoming weekend. So getting colder here as we're moving through the first part of January. And in the 10-day forecast, we can see that temperatures are expected to remain colder through the first weekend of January and seasonably cold as well through that next week, basically from January 6th all the way through January 9th. Jeff.
Galen, thank you. A skating club in southern Alberta is recognizing community members who dedicate their time to volunteering. The Nanton Skating Club is recognizing 12 dedicated volunteers in a calendar. These are some of the 12 men featured on the calendar for next year, voted on by the community. Each posed for a specific month with photos from places like the farm, golf course, and ice rink. Mr. August is featured in a bathtub with rubber ducks in honor of the rubber duck race held every August-long weekend in Mosquito Creek.
I really think it's an awesome way to raise some money for one of the local clubs.
It's nice to be recognized, but it's also one of those things, is it a trick?
Not only do people want to buy this calendar because it's funny, it's a little bit cheeky, and we have these really handsome guys in our calendar, but they just want to support the club.
More than 150 calendars have been sold for $20 each. When we return on the hunt for physical media, VHS is making a comeback in Edmonton.
It's very surprising when we get, 14, 15-year-old kids in here that really shouldn't have any connection with VHS.
Programming brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
For many, VHS tapes are just items collecting dust, but they're far from obsolete. The physical media is making a comeback in Edmonton, and not just among those old enough to be nostalgic for it. Connor Hogg reports.
I've had the shop for over 20 years, and VHS was dead for the first, I'd say, 10 or 15 years in my store.
The lobby on White Ave has always sold DVDs and Blu-rays, but lately demand has been growing for an older technology. The return of VHS tapes, as well as a growing community of collectors.
It's fun to show off new tapes that you got and see what other people are collecting.
Cody Cook says even though the quality is lower, tapes make up for it with charm.
Sometimes the tracking will be a little off, so you'll get the lines and maybe the sound warbles and stuff. It's very cool. It's a very unique experience.
Now, before you start searching your basements, not every tape is a guaranteed collector's item. It's usually ones that had smaller print runs or of more unusual genres and are still sealed. Not all collectors are motivated by nostalgia. 14-year-old Anthony Kimpianu isn't old enough to have watched a tape when they were new.
It's just the charm of them. I just like them so much. I think they're cool.
That hasn't stopped him from collecting more than 400 of them, many of which came from Movie World in Stony Plain.
It's very surprising when we get, 14, 15-year-old kids in here that really shouldn't have any connection with VHS.
Nobody can knock on your door and take your movie away from you like streaming services, and the covers are cool on most of them. I think I'll be getting this one.
Tapes from long-gone distributors like Media, Anchor Bay, and Vestron Video at the top of many collectors' wish lists.
The most expensive tape I've sold was a copy of the original 1978 Halloween, an original media release, mint condition. That was about $250.
The lobby's owner says the growing demand is similar to the appeal of vinyl and cassettes, although many young collectors have yet to experience the hobby's pitfalls.
I love how it's a younger generation doing it, because I think once they start moving around a lot, like from house to house, they'll realize what a pain in the butt it is.
A trip back to the days before streaming. Just don't forget to rewind. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that's our show for this evening. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us. CTV National News is next.